Alright, how's everybody doing? Just got back from a ride. I've already taken off my ear things. Got a plane going overhead. You know, when we move down to Tennessee, that's something I am not going to miss. I really do not like being in a flight pattern. Now, they don't fly over all the time, but they fly over enough. It was a nice ride, not a long one like I normally do. There's not a lot of humidity today, which is nice. What do I want to talk to you guys about? Okay. The main thing I want to talk to you about is we all do different things. And we all try to share different ways. The way I share is I talk to the people who I think are watching, the people who might just be in for a moment, the ones who, you know, we're told, hey, you need to check this channel out, and the ones who have not seen this before, aka my watchers, those who watch the watchers of my sneaking peeks. If you do like the channel, go ahead and subscribe. I appreciate it. It does help the algorithm. If you like it, that helps even more. If you hit the little bell icon, it'll tell you whenever I have a video up. And I will tell you, I generally have a video up on Sundays and Wednesdays. If I have a short, that comes up whenever I get it done and I think it will fit. I do a lot of motorcycle stuff. I do stuff on other factors. I do talk about my truck. Talk about us, you know, being, you know, for a long time about me going to work, and I worked at a museum. I've done a lot of things in my life. Me and the wife are both military, and we both worked for Uncle Sam, and we both are retiring. It's kind of cool. We're moving to Tennessee. So if you guys are watching this and you're in Tennessee, let me know, and I will tell you the general area of where I'm going to be most of the time. And it's nice because it's a nice, beautiful wooded area. It's back away from things. And I think it's going to be great. I'm going to enjoy it. It will give me a better chance to go to the Tail of the Dragon more often and to, I can't remember the name of the ride, but something in the Smokies. And I might go to that one in Arkansas, which sounds really nice. I've been to Arkansas a number of times, so I think that'll be nice. So it's just basically a change of pace. We're getting older, and neither one of us really want to deal with all of the insanity here in DC anymore. Only reason we moved here is for pay and for the jobs, and with us retiring, well, we have no family here. We do have some friends, but we have more acquaintances than we do friends. The friends we do have are very close, and we do appreciate them greatly. And if you happen to be one of my friends who is watching this, if I don't get to see you before we leave, and it's not going to be till October, but let's get together and do something before we leave in October. Guys, thank you very much for supporting the channel. Thank you for everything you do. All I do is I go out and ride motorcycles and talk about it and try and show you guys how much it is to enjoy being out on a bike. You don't have to be the rider. You can be the backpack. You can be whatever you want to call it. You can help by working at a dealership and making sure that people get what they need. You can do it by watching these channels and supporting them by subscribing, liking. Some people sell stuff. I haven't done that yet. I am looking into t-shirts. The one company I wanted to go with, I found out are not an American-made brand. That does not mean I will not go with them, but I'm first and foremost trying to help American brands. Why? I'm an American. But I also want to make sure that if I'm selling something, it's going to be something that lasts. And I'm going to have the brand logo on it, which, believe it or not, is 3WL, 3 Wheel Life. I know the channel is Motorcycle Stories by Dark Dave. But the thing that got me into doing these videos, beyond the fact the wife told me, hey, why don't you start doing these videos, because woodworking, though being fun, I don't do it near as often as I probably should or could, but when I was working, there wasn't enough time, and now that I'm retiring, I would rather just go and say, you know what, I'm going to spend an hour on the bike. Alright, I don't know how long this talk has been, but this is going to be one of my Wednesday videos. And again, guys, I want to thank you a lot for supporting the channel and for putting up with my insanity. You guys have a great day. Alright, so this is my waterproof bag. This one I got for free. It's real neat. It can hook around stuff. What I usually do if I'm going for a long ride and I know it's going to get wet, I put all my wallet and stuff like that in here. And I hook it around my leg so I can quickly grab it. Now that stays down to the bottom because you rarely need it. Now I've got a hat for me and my wife, so when we get off the bike and it's hot, we can put them on and not worry about it. Get that off of there. Now she's got some cold weather gloves in here. I've got some cold weather gloves in here. Thought I did. Alright, well, as I said, I'm going through this. So I've got some cold weather. Now these are good because these can go really cold and they can also go somewhat warm. Now you guys hear me talk about my Die-Hard battery. This is the Die-Hard battery I use to make sure that my cameras and my headset and that's done. This currently has 2 full charges in it. That's enough to fill up your phone twice or fill up a camera once. If I have all 4 of them, basically I charge this up before I go on a trip, and that stays in here. I have my little handy dandy emergency toolkit. And you guys saw recently that I have my full toolkit. Full toolkit stays here at the house. If I need, I might take it with, but that's a few and far between type thing. I keep a lot of these in here. Reason why? Well, when you're going, a lot of times you're going to get rain and you're going to want to wipe your bike off and clean it up, and these are much better for it than a brown cloth. These are just microfibers. The green one goes specifically for this stuff because it came with it. It's Bug Slide. I've never heard of this company before. It is really good. And somewhere I lost the lid for it. But I put my Bug Slide right here with my Kleenex. Because bugs are nothing but Kleenex builders. Because they hit your helmet, they get everything nasty. Boom, you can get them cleaned off. Now if you're like me and on a ride you want to have a drink, I keep these. Boom, I can screw that onto my soda, drink it. If I want, I can put it on my water. I got this one from a water bottle, and I keep them in here. I'll put that away here. It goes up in there. That's all written. I have to fix that. When I worked for the government, I had to have an ID. A lot of times go in and out of places, so I got my ID holder. That comes in handy. Of course, I have an emergency knife. This is my Tanto knife. This one, I bought this in jump school. It is great, and I've had no issues with it. Still nice and sharp. I've got my Altoids. I keep them in a little pocket here. Of course, anytime you go on a ride, you want your sunscreen. This is one of the ones that I can open and close so it's not going to spray out accidentally. Now, you guys have heard me talk about the bike as Silver Dragon, the Blue Dragon, etc. This guy here is the original Dragon. He goes with me everywhere. He is the Jeep Dragon. Now, when you're riding, you're going to sometimes have to charge things. This plugs into my 12 volt that I have here in the trunk. It can also fit just under my power on the front. I have it. Of course, I have cord for it, so I can charge things up. This is USB-C. Almost everything is USB-C now. Of course, I have this year's magazine with me. And because we do ride all the time, I got eye drops because your eyes are going to get dry. I have another USB charger. The reason I carry a couple of those is to make sure that I'm taken care of. Emergency jump start kit. That goes in here. Little head bob thing to keep my head from burning if I'm walking around somewhere after we stop. Yes, I really am big into the USA. It comes from being a soldier. My wife's. Now this camera can hook on with this, and I can hook this on the side of the helmet. I can hook it on to other things around the bike. so you guys can see better. This is the thing I use on the bike so that you can see forward when I have it on the bike. That just slides onto the helmet. Of course, I have my cane in here. I do have my regular cane out. And I do like the taste of cinnamon, so I keep these. Yes, those are Buc-ee's mints. They're cinnamon. I really like the flavor of cinnamon. Alright, I hope this is good. Hopefully you guys notice now all of this does go in here or other places. I do keep a fork in here. I have a lot more stuff in here. I'm not going through everything I have in here, but I'm trying to keep this somewhat neat. I had it all nice and neat, and it's all messed up now. Because when I got my toolkit, I had to move stuff, and I had to move this to put the toolkit in, which meant everything got over here. And I'm trying to figure out why we have so many extra gloves in here. I think it's because the wife wanted them out of the house, and I said, fine, I stuck them in the bike. These are light leather gloves. These things are for me. These are great if it's like a cool morning and you know you can take them off later. This is a camera case. It's great. You can wrap your camera in it. It also is a cleaner for your camera. Another set of gloves for the wife. There are all three of these. This is USB-C to whatever. USB to USBs. I usually leave this plugged in here. That way the wife can have power and it can power whatever I need. I keep a number of these in the bike. Now this one's specific. I keep loose. I keep it in this little zipper pocket here. The reason I have it out, I had to tighten one of our foot pegs. This is great for tightening down a foot peg. Alright, for my watchers, those who watch the watchers, thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you guys have a great day. Please keep in contact. Let me know what you think. You have a great time. I'm pretty much done here. Though it's in the 80s and it's not real humid, I've been for a ride. I'm going to go in and get something cold to drink. Thank you very much. Well, I don't know how well this is going to work. I'm trying to hang this up here so you guys can watch me in my insanity try and redress some of the stuff I have in here.